Hi, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about communication. So first, I want you to think about this. Do you communicate with people or do you avoid to communicate? Why? Think about this before class so we can all share. Okay, now think about this. Do you have a best friend? What is his or her name? Why are you best friends? If you can't, get a picture of your friend so we can show it during class. Okay? Great. Now we're going to be listening to a conversation, and we need to answer this. How is Peter trying to reach Beth? Let's listen.
Hello?
Hiya, Kemi. It's Pete.
Oh, hi, Pete. How are things?
Good. Thanks. Listen, have you seen Beth? I've left her a lot of voice messages, but she hasn't returned my calls.
That's strange. Maybe she's busy and just isn't checking her voicemail.
She's probably screening her calls. It's too bad, because I really need to ask her to help me with something.
Have you tried emailing her?
Several times, but so far she's ignored my emails and my texts. That's not like her.
You know, I usually see her at the gym on Sundays.
Oh, really? Could you ask her to call me back or to text me?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay, so he has been trying to call her. So there's voice messages, emails, and texts. But Beth hasn't responded, right? Okay, great. Now we're going to listen again, and this time you need to decide if the sentences are true or if they are false. You can pause the video to read the sentences and then return so we can listen again. Okay, let's go ahead and listen.
Hello?
Hiya, Kemi. It's Pete.
Oh, hi, Pete. How are things?
Good. Thanks. Listen, have you seen Beth? I've left her a lot of voice messages, but she hasn't returned my calls.
That's strange. Maybe she's busy and just isn't checking her voicemail.
She's probably screening her calls. It's too bad, because I really need to ask her to help me with something.
Have you tried emailing her?
Several times, but so far she's ignored my emails and my texts. That's not like her.
You know, I usually see her at the gym on Sundays.
Oh, really? Could you ask her to call me back or to text me?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay, so let's check. Pete has left a lot of emails. True. Akemi thinks Beth is busy. That's also true. Pete needs help with something. Yeah, that's right. Akemi usually sees her in the theater. No, she sees her in the gym, right? And Pete has only tried to contact Beth by email. That's false. He has tried many different ways. Okay, very good. Now, I want you to please read these sentences. Circle the verbs. Pause your video while you work on this. Okay, let's see. In the first sentence, you should have circled let, walk. In the second sentence, you should have circled invited to go. In sentence number 3, reminded to study. And in the last sentence, you should have circled help pick up. Very good. Now that you have this, think about this. How many verbs are there in each sentence? Is there anything in between the verbs? Pause the video again while you think about this. Okay, so if you notice, each of these sentences has two verbs. The first verb is let, invite, remind, or help. After these verbs, we have an object. Him, me, Josh, or me. And then we have another verb. But if you notice the second verbs, some of them are using just the base form like walk and pick up, and others are using the infinitive form to go, to study. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Some verbs usually take uh, an object after the verb, like him, me, you, and then another verb. But the second verb may change. If you look at the first two sentences here, Mike's parents let him walk the dog. Would you help me pick up the garbage? Here, after the object, we are using the base form. Some of the verbs that are followed by an object and then the base form are let, make, help, and have. Look at the other set of sentences. She invited me to go to the party. Tim reminded Josh to study for the exam. In this case, the verbs are taking again an object, but then they are taking an infinitive, a verb that has to before it. Some of the examples are going to be invite, ask, tell, and remind. Now, let's go ahead and practice. Let's go to your student book, page 19, exercise 3A. Here, you're going to circle the correct forms of the verbs. For example, number 1. You're talking to a friend on the phone, and you get another call. What do you do? A. I tell the caller, call to call me back later. In this case, if you notice, the first verb is tell. If we go back, we know that the verb tell is followed by an infinitive and then, an object and then an infinitive. Therefore, our answer is to call. Now pause your video and work on the rest. Okay, let's go ahead and check our answers. Letter B. I have my friend call me back. Very good. We have, object, verb. 2. Your grandmother can't input numbers into her cell phone. What do you do? A. I have someone input the numbers for her. Have, object, verb. B. I say, let me help you. Again, let, object, verb. 3. Your phone rings in the middle of the night. What do you do? I let the call go to voicemail. Very good. B. I answer for ask the person to call back in the morning. That's correct. Number 4. An uninvited stranger shows up at your party. What do you do? I invite the person to come in. I make the person leave. That's correct. Number 5. A friend is always phoning you in class. What do you do? I remind my friend to call later. I ask my friend to stop calling. That's correct. The last one. Your sister has been secretly using your phone to send texts. What do you do? I make her pay for using my phone. I let her continue to use my phone. Very good. Okay, now go to your workbook, page 14. Here, you're going to answer the questions with your own information. Remember to use complete sentences. Look at question number 1. Do you think people should turn off their cell phones in restaurants? Why or why not? Here, the person answered, people should turn off their cell phones in restaurants because other people don't want to hear them talking. What about you? What do you think? Pause your video and work on this. Okay, guys, we're going to share our opinions during class, okay? I will see you then. Bye bye.